Joining us now, Chris Ruland is CEO of Phosphorus Security and the former CTO of IBM's X unit. Chris, it's great to have you here today. What is the significance of this announcement from the U.S. government and Microsoft about the Chinese hacking?
Well, certainly an indication of compromise beginning in Guam is very interesting and unique, and could be indicative of the interest or ability to disrupt communications in the South China Sea in the event of conflict. It's also very interesting as to the types of devices and their methods in compromising these networks.
How so?
Well, a lot of times when we think about cybercrime or cybersecurity, the end game is a financial gain or a motive of ransomware. In this case, the adversary is infiltrating networks and implementing what we call a pivot, or the ability to move around the networks. Also, as opposed to compromising computers, these attackers are compromising devices that you might see on a network, which are typically ignored in most cybersecurity doctrines and need to be evaluated.
So there's a difference, isn't there, between a state actor performing espionage in their hacking and performing disruptive activities? In other words, really trying to interfere with operations. What is this, and why would disruptive actions be so much more devastating, critical to this infrastructure that is being attacked?
Well, we're so dependent on internet communications and computer network communications, the ability to disrupt our computer communications during a conflict could be significant. Our systems just wouldn't work. And it's a much different approach than a traditional attack you would see where someone is actually trying to gain financially from the outcome. These attackers are trying to gain intelligence about what we're doing, how we're doing it, and they like to have the option to be able to disrupt those communications at some point in the future.
And that feels to me as an ignorant layman like the kind of testing that a hostile state actor would do before they would make some military move against Taiwan. In other words, if they're testing our sort of infrastructure this way, wouldn't it suggest to you that they're doing it with motive?
Well, the code can't tell us that, but the people can. But what's interesting is the timing. The National Security Agency has advised that this attack, Volt Typhoon, began at the end of January, early February, at the same time the Chinese spy balloon traversed the country. So the timing could be linked. They could be multiple campaigns, but it's definitely very interesting. How
would you describe, Chris, the U.S. versus China when it comes to kind of cybersecurity? You know, who has the better systems, the technology? When we hear about these incursions, are we expected that we are up to the challenge?
The United States government and the U.S. has great cybersecurity posture. We have great capabilities. However, we are under constant attack, and they are constantly probing for every weakness. It's really less about the technology and how they play by the rules. And in our case, the Chinese will hack into anything they can get into, whether it's to advance their own intellectual property for commercial gains or government footing, or in this case, communications or perhaps military advantage. Our government does not use our cyber capabilities to advance industry. And this is not a level playing field.
How much should we be worried about this incursion?
Well, this truly happens all the time. What's the most interesting thing about this to me is it started in Guam. And that seems like it might be a linkage to the relation of Guam and the South China Sea, and makes it very interesting and very concerning, and perhaps about what might happen in the future there.
Large military installations, U.S. military installations in Guam.